The fighting in Gaza may have stopped, but life for thousands of Palestinian children will never be the same. Hospitals did 4,500 amputations during Israel's war on Gaza. More than 800 patients were children.
I'm surprised it's only 4,500 because I've seen so many patients who are limbless, and in particular, children.
That's Dr. Mohammed Tahir, a British-Iraqi surgeon. He spent months working to save limbs in Gaza.
I've treated many children, some as young as 8 months old. I've tried to do limb salvage for some, if not most, and we've been successful at times and unsuccessful at others. And the reason for that is because the weapons that are used are indiscriminate, of course. They release masses of shrapnel that tear through human tissue and destroy bone, blood vessels, nerves, tissues, and deposit gunpowder and other material which are embedded into the tissue of these patients, which prevent healing and cause secondary infection.
Dr. Tahir performed what was believed to be the first limb reattachment in Gaza's history, this little girl's arm. But for every other case, saving limbs wasn't an option.
And one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do was to amputate that baby's leg. Having tried to salvage the limb, I just knelt by her bedside and stroked her head and tried to give her some comfort because it was a heartbreaking scene.
Last October, Lisa Doughton at the UN's Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs had this to say.
Gaza is home to the largest cohort of child amputees in modern history.
She quoted an UNRWA report that 10 children a day were losing a leg during the Gaza genocide. The majority of amputations in Gaza would have been preventable under normal circumstances.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see. I have children who are traumatized, who are emotionally very, very traumatized from the injuries. There are countless cases of those. Even the eight-month-old child who I treated in the north of Gaza, who lost both her mother and her father and her older brother in the same attack. She is now both limbless and an orphan, and her affect was completely thrown off. She was non-communicative, she was not engaging. You could tell even at a very early age that something was really quite troubling for her, of course.
Doctors say amputees face very serious risks of ongoing complications because of inadequate medical treatment. More than 17,400 Palestinian children were killed by Israel before the ceasefire. For those who survived, they will carry scars that will last a lifetime.